We got Twitter fingers. Tweety, tweety, tweet, 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 tweet. RSL before the game tweeted out, oh, look, we found it. They go and they show our small banner. So they thought they were cute. But then this were the comebacks. John Sanchez from on Twitter says, I know you saw this. We got Hoodie Dort, haven't found this in over a decade. And Michael Allen saying, maybe save the trash talk for after the game next time. Have a good flight home. Welcome to the 6th episode of the City Boys Show. I'm Javier, Danny, Buzz. So this episode we're going to be recapping our CONCACAF exit, unfortunately. But we'll go over our dominant win over RSL. We'll preview our matchup against Toronto. And we have a new segment coming up for you guys. It's called Twitter Fingers. RSL social media guy's going to get it. Yeah, he's going to get it back. Sunday, Easter. We came to play. Your family came out. How was it having the family out?
You know, it was a good game to have the family out. You know, when you don't know a lot about soccer and you're watching a 0-0 game, it's not very fun. You don't know what's going on. You get the kids saying, why no one's scoring goals? Blah, 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 blah. 6-0, that's a nice game to take the kids. That's how you make fans.
It's a great game. Yeah, I thought, and I think Hayden enjoyed it a lot.
I think she did too. It was a good time.
Yeah, she didn't know who had the ball half the time, but she saw people cheering. She got into some of the chants too. We got our little section in 237, I think it was, going a little crazy, so that was fun.
Yeah, I like the way you censored.
It was let's go City Boys instead of we know the real line. Yeah. But before we get into RSL, we have to talk about our CONCACAF exit. It was a 1-1 draw at the end, but we showed that we can play explosive. We had 25 shots to, I believe, it was 8 shots. We really came out to play at Red Bull Arena. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. What was your takeout from the game?
I love the way we played that game. You know, we talked after that game and we said, who played poorly on our team? And we couldn't name one player. Everyone played really well. Thiago Martins had that really big save on the goal line, which, you know, we've been talking a lot of trash about Martins. To see him turn around and play the way he did was great. And we just had this level of intensity that I haven't seen in other games. What do you think about it, Buzz?
I think everything you're saying is accurate. I think the only thing that we didn't do well that game was finish, which has also been a common theme this season. We really weren't clinical in the final part of the pitch. Which changed a game later. But I thought the atmosphere was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was impressed that Seattle supporter section was there at Red Bull Arena. We didn't get to pregame too much, but there was a nice crowd in the parking lot. Sad to see us get eliminated, but I'm happy for what it does with our MLS chances this season.
Yeah, exactly. There was a pretty decent crowd. I mean, it was 6,000 compared to Seattle's 31,000, but you didn't feel like that in the stadium. It was kind of electric. Like, everybody was like on their seat for the last 30 minutes because our team had so many chances. I mean, the goalpost was literally paying for Seattle that game.
That goalpost and that goalie were on fire.
Oh, yeah. He was tremendous. I don't like him because of the unbelievable amount of stalling and diving. I mean, can we touch base on that a little bit?
I've never seen so many stretchers in my life come out of the pitch.
It was 3 times that defender, I think it was number 5, just laying out and then he applauding himself as he's walking off the pitch. It was horrible to only get 6 minutes of stoppage time.
6 minutes. I'll never forget last year when we played the Red Bulls in Red Bull Arena. And yeah, Chanel hurt his eye a little bit. Chanel was bleeding a little bit. And they got 8 extra minutes. Not one stretcher went out that game. And 8 extra minutes. And they scored on the 8th minute. And to see us only get 6 minutes when... How many times did the stretcher come out?
It definitely came out 4. It was
At
1 in the first
4.
half,
Yeah.
3 in the second. Mind you, they were never used. Right?
Exactly.
The players all of a sudden started getting healed once they see it. And there was other delays too. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, they really should have added more than 6 minutes. That was kind of crazy to me. But hey, they did enough in the first leg to have that advantage over us.
Exactly.
As much as we can complain about it, we didn't do enough that first leg to get us to the opportunity for us to actually compete in the second one.
Agree. I have a question for you guys. Knowing now the results that we have, that we didn't make it, right? We didn't win the CONCACAF. Are you guys still if you could go back, would you then play the MLS games different and just get eliminated earlier, or are you happy we made it to this round and got eliminated here?
I mean, I'm happy we made it this far. I mean, we should always strive to become the finalists, the semifinalists in this tournament to win the whole thing. But I don't think we would play any different. I think we gave everything we had out there, and I kind of sensed that we kind of used the CONCACAF as an excuse to why we weren't performing in the MLS games. But there was no excuse. I understand we may have been a little bit more tired, but we still should have been performing on MLS games. Do you really think it made a difference between us having a CONCACAF game and us having an MLS game? Don't you want to go out there and win every time you're on the pitch?
I do, but I think with the substitutions, that's where it came into play, or the lineups.
And not only that, but the travel. So, right, they were traveling to Costa Rica, Panama for the other games.
Yeah, it's
we traveled to Seattle. Like, all those games took a toll on our MLS season. And I do look at the intensity that we played in RSL, and then we played in the Seattle game, and you're like, okay, this team plays. I'm not even sure if you can keep that energy up with 6 days rest, but imagine we were doing it with 3 days rest. So I do think they mortgaged the beginning of the MLS season for those CONCACAF wins, and honestly, I'm okay with that. Like, I don't think, if we have the next 5 games, we go on a 5-game winning streak, no one's even going to think about how we started this season. And I think the exposure we got in CONCACAF is great experience for the team, and I think it's just great for NYCFC on a bigger scale.
Yeah, I'll agree with both of you. I'm glad we went as deep as we did. The only way I'll change my mind is if something crazy happens towards the end of the season, and we're a few points shy of what we want to, in the rankings. Then I might complain about it. But I'm glad. I think we put a good performance out there.
Yeah.
And all those South American teams in CONCACAF, maybe they'll remember us next time.
No, I agree. And towards the end of that Seattle game, we were just banging at the door nonstop, and that's kind of what led us to that RSL game. It's like our players were like, how did we not score more? Like that RSL game, which let me recap for you guys. We won 6-0. Our possession 6.
How many goals did we have before that?
Like 4, I think.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
It was like an explosion, and it's like it was built up. Our possession was 56% compared to their 43%. We had 22 shots, 12 on goal. I mean, we really came out. Tati made history for the squad. Scored 4 goals in 1 game. So yeah, what was your takeaway?
First of all, I want to say shout out to the NYCFC Forever podcast. Those guys, actually, I listened to the podcast when I was driving to the Seattle game, and they said, if we lose the Seattle game, watch out RSL, because they're going to go and take out all that anger on that game. That's exactly what happened with that 6-0 goal. And it was great seeing them out there the way they played. It just seemed like this was the NYCFC team that I remember from last year. Like, they were just killing it. They just seemed the ball used to flow. And that was always the big thing with NYCFC. The minute you score the first goal, the floodgates open. And that wasn't happening with the other games when we scored goals. But here you could just see the confidence. And this is without Maxi Morales out there. And that's without Chanot. And to see this new lineup play was really impressive.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that how well we held possession of the ball also helped, any deficiencies that we had in defense. Because the defense didn't change from the last few games where we looked horrible. But we held the ball. We were constantly dangerous in that game. Castellanos, I'm changing his nickname from Tati to Jesus. Because just like Jesus, he resurrected on Easter Sunday and got us back on track. I think that we could take this energy and keep going with those passes. I still wish Haber's goal went in to make it 7-0.
Yeah,
that would have been nice for him. But overall, very, very happy.
But talking about Tati, now he's right in the mix with the Golden Boot. We were just talking about how he has 0 goals. And the guy said, all right, I'm going to get 4 goals in a row for you guys. So he's right in the mix. Is there a chance he wins it? I don't know if we see it because he may leave in the summer. But do you think he has a legitimate shot to win this Golden Boot now again?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you think about it, he won Golden Boot last year with 20 goals, which was pretty low for
Might have
most
been
Golden
19,
Boot.
but
I think it was 19. I think you're right, 19. Yeah. And I know that that's not very high for most Golden Boot winners. I think usually it's been like 25, 28, 30 around there. But this is 4-1 game, and we still have a ton of the season left.
Sure.
And I think I saw a confident Thoughty yesterday that I have not seen before. And I know we might say that CONCACAF was a little bit of an excuse, but I do think that he was reserving himself in the MLS games for those CONCACAF games. And RSL is not a bad team. It's not like we were playing, I'm not going to diss any other MLS team, but it's not like we were playing a low quality team. To see them out there and score 6 goals on that, I think Thotty's going to go out there and have multiple games like this where he's scoring multiple goals a game.
All right, but I know it's easy to get on the hype train. Yes, we just destroyed these guys 6-0. But I think that one of the topics that I saw on Twitter going around, is it that now we're a really good team, or were we just playing a depleted RSL? We were playing against their backup keeper. They had a couple defenders out. Are we as good? Are we this dominant team again? Or is it just something where RSL wasn't the best and we didn't see their best out there?
I don't know. Do we have this trend of winning championships recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Just
so.
last year.
Yeah. Did we not beat New England, who won the Supporter Shield, and Portland, and Philadelphia Union? So, in my opinion, I think saying that what more represents us is the early part of the season and not the champions that we are is not giving enough credit to the team that won the championship in 2021.
I think it's a valid point, Hav, that they didn't have their full squad out there. But remember, we didn't have our full squad out there either.
True.
That's
All right,
true.
and we haven't had our full squad, I think, all season for various reasons. So I will join the hype train, and I am. I think we are the team, and I'm gonna blame CONCACAF as well. I'm gonna say that's the reason why we weren't playing to our caliber.
Bringing this hype train full steam ahead, we're playing against Toronto next at Citi Field. We played them earlier in the month. It was a pretty even game that I think we can all remember what may have been the decisive situation in that game where Magno could have gotten the red card. We could have had a penalty at that opportunity, and then the game could have ended 2-2. It obviously didn't play out that way, but we showed that we were a pretty good team at their house. What do we think happens at Citi Field when we play them here?
Well, one thing I like to talk about was last time we played Toronto in Citi Field, it did not go well.
Playoff game 2019. We were there.
We were there.
Matarita. That's it. I'm not even going to badmouth, ill will anybody who's not on the team anymore, but we all know what happened then. But yeah, it was a tough loss then. Hopefully the result is different this time around.
So I didn't make it to that game. I was traveling. I was in Atlanta that week. But I don't know what the environment is at Citi Field. I don't know how explosive that is. It's going to be different. We are very good in baseball stadiums. I'm not sure if that transfers over to Citi Field.
Right.
One of the dynamics I would say is, remember, we sat in the supporters' upper deck section, and we could not see the goals. We could not see our goalposts. It was insane that we were at a seat, and they sat supporters at a seat where you could not see the goalposts. Yeah. We had to literally look at the screen. So I'm hoping they do not sit anybody in that section again, because that was just horrible to watch a soccer game that you could not see your own goalposts.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be able to compare until we get there. We did have a really good showing, but that could have just been because it was a playoff game against Toronto last time. So I'm hoping it's a good atmosphere. Support the boys. And yeah, different seats would be really welcome for us this time around.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping, we always talk about it, we always feel like maybe Queens has the stronger soccer base. Is this the hub where all soccer is kind of at in New York City? And if we could see more fans coming out, and then that draws more fans to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, I mean, that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
That'll be a huge moment for our squad.
Yeah, that would be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, Flushing Meadows on Saturdays and Sundays are filled with soccer leagues. So I think the base is strong in Queens. Hopefully we get them to come to the stadium.
Yeah. And then on the game itself, I mean, Toronto's a pretty good team. I know we've had Jimenez I know you mentioned a few of the players before that were killing it.
Sorio.
Yeah, and that other guy who's kind of winning.
They're number 10. Yeah,
yeah.
He's like a front runner for the MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a good team.
Yep.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm living off the hype train from last week. But I just feel like we just have we still have the more explosive offense. Although I heard Thiago Martins might not play, and I know just a couple of weeks ago.
I want to hear from you. This guy, Thiago Martins, he may have been bad-mouthing you on Twitter. Don't listen to it. We need a defender out there on the pitch, so please come back.
Yeah, or Chanot. We're perfectly okay with Chanot coming back, but I'm not sure if he's coming back. We haven't got an update on that yet.
No update on Chanot. I mean, they were both questionable instead of out for this game against RSL. So you would think they're improving. They're getting their status back up. So hopefully they're in for the next game.
So do you guys think this is a turnaround for Martins? I know he might be injured this game, but do you think now we have a Martins that we feel okay about, or do you think he's just had some 2 good games?
Like, I'm so afraid to, like, super jump on the bandwagon on everything.
Oh, you were on the hype train.
I know. And I am for the team. And I got to tell you, I really, really like what I saw from Martins the last 2 games. Now, is that just because it was the last 2 games and he played well, or if this is him being comfortable and moving forward? I mean, he has scored a goal. The last time we played against Toronto, again, it was for the other. It's a goal. So if he does play, maybe he'll score one for our team this time. I'd like to have him out there, until he does something where, he goes the opposite direction. Let's keep putting him out there. I do want to see Chanot back out.
Yeah.
Nice to have him out
Yeah,
there.
other than Chanot and Thiago Martins, our backs aren't, I mean, we're depleted. We really don't have that much depth in that position. So we need these guys out there.
Yeah, I saw, by the way, one of your favorite players and the absolute superstar, Callens, won Player of the Month for NYCFC.
Yeah,
Oh, and we never mentioned Tati won Player of the Week as well. We got everybody winning Player of something.
I guess you score 4 goals, you win something, right? That's impressive.
So starting 11 predictions for this game, I got Johnson starting, Gray, hopefully Martins. Thiago Martins we're hoping is going to be in that lineup. Callens, Amundsen, Alfredo Morales, Parks, Santi, Thiago, Magno, and Tati Castellanos. Any changes you guys would like to see to this lineup, or you think this is kind of the lineup we had against RSL?
Yeah, I mean, I hope that that Chanot makes it out there.
Too.
I know Thiago Martins has been playing well, but my understanding he has a little bit of injury, so hopefully Chanot makes it out there. And the reason we don't have Maxi out there is because what we've heard from this morning was that Maxi could come back early May. Don't think he's going to make it to this game on Sunday. So I am okay with this lineup. I think Santi's been playing pretty well in Maxi's position, at least this past game. I think Santi might have heard the show last week, and he was there distributing versus trying to break ankles. And so seeing distributing Santi is such a game changer out there.
Yeah, I think they really do watch our podcast because every time we criticize something, they come out and prove us wrong. Yeah. I mean,
You guys are full of yourself. Nobody watches our podcast.
we know Callens at least watches Danny's TikTok or Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
so.
he liked his one tweet. We already know how he reacted.
Yes.
We can't, I mean, it can't be Dallas coaching. It has to be our podcast.
Yeah, I like the lineup. I was glad to see Parks out there. Parks started, played well. He actually hit the target and one time. I'm good with the lineup as well.
Moving on to a new segment, we got Twitter fingers. Tweety, tweety, tweet, 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 tweet. Look, so RSL before the game tweeted out something about our banner. This is how it went. It said, "Oh, look, we found it." They go and they show our small banner. So they thought they were cute. Their social media guy thought he was real clever, funny guy. Yeah, whatever. Okay, but then this were the comebacks. John Sanchez from on Twitter says, "I know you saw this." The scoreboard. I think he's from the Forever Pod. Shout out to you, man. That was a hilarious tweet. Then we got Hoodie Dort. Haven't found this in over a decade, and yo, Tati rocking the Jordan look with that trophy. That's fly. Talk about the size of our banner again from Catchon. You got Samuel Jackson ready to knock someone out. Then we got Michael Allen saying maybe save the trash talk for after the game next time. Have a good flight home. So good. We got Bart Simpson's getting choked out, and then we got NYCFC. I'll teach you to make fun of my band. Good stuff, man. Our fans came out to play. It was hilarious. And yeah, just don't. That's just don't come out.
Yeah, especially on a New York team from the Bronx, you're gonna get the clapback real quick.
I think they were asking for trouble. When you mentioned it in the group chat today, I knew it had to be like before maybe amp their team up.
Yeah.
Nah, work. Took care of that.
FIFA prediction time! Woo! So FIFA got it almost exactly to the point last game.
Oh my God. They predicted 6-1. I don't know how realistic that is, but we'll take it. And it was 6-0. And not only that, but didn't happen, but on the 78th minute in FIFA prediction, and we put in the highlight for some reason, was that Tati came out for Hebe, and Hebe scored on the 90th minute. And that happened almost to the T in that game.
Yeah, he almost scored, which it should have been a score, by the way.
It should have been. I mean, luckily we won 6-0, so no one's talking about it, but that definitely should have been.
Yeah. The controversy about the goalie interference, there was no way he was getting to that ball anyway.
But FIFA's been getting it right, though. I think that's the bottom line.
What's interesting, too, is in the beginning of the season, we said, why is FIFA hating on us? But they were right on those games, and we lost
That's true,
them.
we were struggling.
So hopefully, I might start betting whatever FIFA says versus your bets, Buzz.
Okay. Thanks, Danny.
Toronto versus NYCFC. Here we go in the 7th minute, it looks like. Santi Rodriguez Casti to Santi Rodriguez with the goal.
Let's go, Santi.
Very nice.
Santi's been dominating.
Talis Magno to Tati. Tati gives it to Santi. Goal.
Okay.
I like you see how they're flowing though? Yeah, that's nice.
This is how we want to see it. This doesn't look like City Field, but it's okay. Castellanos, with the breakaway.
Wow.
Woo, that's a beauty.
That's a striker that doesn't have to worry about CONCACAF anymore.
He's chilling. Still with the hair dye. NYCFC win 3-0. Let's go, boys. Moving on to our betting with Buzz section. Whoo, Buzz. Let's see. You were hot. We were
feeling good. We were feeling good. And so when we feel good.
Yeah, guys, I'm scared.
Don't. We popped the champagne here. So we had a very good performance this week.
Guys, he brought this bottle from home.
Stay. We went 2-0 on Easter Sunday. We picked NYCFC to win. They were very expensive though.
Yeah.
They were negative 210. Opened at negative 150. We took them as favorites. I know you took them as well, Javi.
Yeah, but did you do the parlay?
Oh, yes, we did.
Oh, there we go.
So I knew Tati was going to score, all right? Maybe it was the one beer I had at the dugout, but I thought he was going to score. I was going to take the score in the first 10 minutes. I didn't. I'm an idiot because I would have been $1,400 richer. But I did a two-team parlay. We took NYCFC and Tati to score for plus 125. 2-0 on the week. 3 in a row. Woo, this is feeling good.
Yeah.
And now we have another lock for this week coming up. This week, though, NYCFC getting a lot of love. It's negative 270 now. 275.
That's expensive.
To win against a good team that just beat us
Toronto's
3
not
weeks
a bad
ago.
team.
Yeah, that's insane.
A tie is plus 400. Toronto FC is plus 675.
Wow.
We don't take the opposing team.
No.
So we're going to lay the big bucks on NYCFC to win.
Okay.
Nice.
And then what else is almost a guarantee besides Tati, getting 4 goals? Is the team scoring at least 3 goals.
I like it.
So I'm going to go with the over, which is 2.5. Expensive, it's negative 175. You could take the 3.5 goals and over for plus 140.
Do you think that's realistic?
Not according to FIFA. So I'm going to play it safe. And 2 picks for NYCFC to win and over 2.5 goals.
Let's go. Make that money, boys. Final predictions. What you got going on? What do you think our final score at Citi Field is going to be?
I think we're going to go out here as explosive as we were against RSL. I think Tati's is trying to prove himself, and he doesn't want to let this hot streak burn out. So I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game. I'm going to go NYCFC wins 2-1.
All right, I'm going to do 2-0. Sean Johnson just got a clean sheet. I want another clean sheet from Sean Johnson. I think he's going to do it. Hopefully, we still got all our defenders out there, Martins, or hopefully Chanot even better. And let's do it. Let's get this win, guys.
Okay. Buzz?
I'm going 3-1.
All right.
Tati guarantee scores another goal. And I think that, we can't forget, Toronto's a good team. Mm-hmm. So I think they get at least a goal through. I think we keep riding high, and 3-1's my pick.
If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. We have our die-hard Met fan here.
Oh.
Any good spots around there that we should go for this Sunday shenanigans?
Yeah, I think we should be pre-gaming maybe at Ebbs Brewery, which is in Citi Field.
I like it. It's actually inside.
It's inside, yeah.
Does that mean they're going to charge me $30 a glass?
Maybe like 12, but yeah.
12's better than Yankee Stadium.
That's true.
That's true.
But those are tall boys at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, it's the only place we can drink in Queens.
All right, we're cheap. We'll go tailgate if you find something better. Later, y'all.
Peace.